Okay. Hello, teacher and classmates. My name is Jonathan Wananga, and I'm studying languages. On this occasion, I will talk about the class lesson plan and its components, okay? Now, first, we will talk about what a class lesson plan is. Okay, a class lesson plan is an essential pedagogical tool, okay, for any educator in which the learning objectives and necessary resources, um, activities and evaluations uh, of a class are detailed, okay? Uh, it It could also be said that it's a teacher's guide that will describe what the students should learn, how the class will be taught, and how the achievement of the objectives in this class will be measured. Okay? In it must be taken into account that before designing a lesson plan, prior planning is necessary. Since some fundamental factor must be taken into account, such as the level of competence of the students, their academic training, their level of motivation, and their learning styles. Once this information is obtained, four elements of planning must be taken into account, which are activities, skills, language, and content. Okay. Now, after the respective prior planning, the teacher must begin to make the class plan where he must take into account the following components. Okay. Number one, a description of the students. Number two, objective and goals. Number three, procedures. Number four, success indicators. And the final number five, homeworks. Now, that we know what a class plan is, its planning and elements. Let's get to know better the components that make up the pedagogical tool overall. Okay? Now, number one, description of the students. Um, it could be said that it's the abilities to know or have a general idea of the students, the level at which there are, and the environment um, in which their education mm, takes place, okay? You can also be more specific in descriptions. Signs of teachers also take into account other aspects, such as the students' difficulties and skills, okay? Now, number two, objectives and goals. Objectives and goals are commonly known as what you want to hope to achieve. They can also be defined as an end you want to reach. On this occasion, the lesson objectives refer to what we as teacher expects the students to do, but not what we are going to do. These objectives can be general or specific, okay? Now, number three, procedures. The procedures is a set of actions or description of how a class plan will be exhausted. Methodology, okay? When creating a class plan, the procedure will focus on the activities that will be carried out with the students and the time it will take us to carry them out with them, okay? This to reach the objectives set out in the plan. The next, number four. Number four is success indicators. The indicators are nothing more than evaluations that allow us to visualize the score of our teaching to the students. In this way, we will be able to measure successes of our teaching in order to reach the objectives set in our class plan, okay? And finally, is homework. Homework or additional work are activities that must be carried out inside or outside the classroom, depending of the teacher, on the teacher, okay? This helps show that the teacher has thought about beyond an actual lesson, okay? It will also teach them how to organize their time, learn to look for answers and solve problems that arise. Okay, below, I will show two examples of a plan, one empty and one full, okay? And also the bibliographical reference, okay? Thank you guys, thank you teacher.